Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the OK Grognard Show. It is Tuesday, May 12th, 2020, 9:30 a.m. Central Time in beautiful Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. It's Cartography and World Building Day. We're expanding on Laidlaw because it's Tuesday. This is not going to be a very long video stream today because they're tearing up a concrete alleyway with jackhammers about a half a block away from here. So there's going to be constant noise. It may be louder for me than it is for you, but it's pretty loud. So there you go. In any event, I do want to show you something I've been working on. A recent map / revelation by the excellent Dyson Logos allowed me to upgrade part of my current campaign setting and something that's very timely. The current adventurers, the group that's playing in my Roll20 game, first edition, 5th level characters approximately, are currently going south from the village of Laidlaw, which they recently liberated. Laidlaw, as you can see, is on the title slide there. That is also a map by Dyson Logos, who I am a Patreon supporter of, and I recommend being so to everybody who likes his maps. He does such a great job. The map that he just put out, literally within the last couple of days, is what he calls a lizard fortress. It looks like this. Well, the group that's playing right now is going to a location that is south of Laidlaw. They are stopping by a lumber camp to rest, recuperate after some tough fights on the way south of the river. But they mean to go on from there after recuperating and head further south to a swampy area where there is a known island in the swamp accessible by a causeway. And on that little island are the ruins of a monastery. You might recognize that description from the first edition Dungeon Master's Guide, and I assure you that is both where I took the inspiration way back when I created this in the late 70s, I guess. So the original dungeon that lies beneath that monastery that's in the DMG is not what I used, but I created my own and did my own maps for everything else. But then I saw this yesterday, the day before. He posted this new fortress, and I loved it. And I thought, this could be essentially the ruins of that monastery. It looks very much like the description that I had, except that there's only one gate on the monastery I had, and it's out in a swampy area. And this is more like a little hill in a forested area. So what I did was I took this map, and as one can with all of his maps, I made some adjustments to it. I removed the back gate using a sectional wall from over here and modified a little bit. You can see it's not a perfect rendition, but it's in keeping with his style. And I got rid of the path leading away in the back, and I thought, well, actually, in my description, the path comes from the west, and this is yet to look like swamp. So I had to go around and connect all of these little sections here so that I could do a fill on this, and then I would need to change some coloration to make it. So I added adjusted a few other things. flipped it, filled it, darkened these, as you can see. These were the lighter shade of typical gray. I darkened those, and I still have a little bit of work to do. Touching up some of the edges and a few of the places. Here, you can see over in the upper right here around this piece. I kept the tower intact. I moved, and I mirrored the logo, so that because I always like to keep those on his maps. I do make sure I'm more explicit about the fact that it's from his maps, but so we've got this 10-foot wide causeway, and this extends for, I think the description calls for it to extend about a quarter mile, and it's dangerous getting out there. There are sections where it's less wide. I may make a map that shows some areas of it where it's more chewed away and more dangerous, more narrow to pass. Also within here, I need to put a sort of mausoleum, which has fallen down, crumbled down, but which houses a staircase, a stairway downward into the shrine beneath, and that will then make this entire map a new version of what I had in the past. And this will work fine. And when they come to explore it, I won't even cover these sections up. Of course, they could be able to see this from the causeway into here, so they'll know what that looks like anyway. I guess I could cover this up and then reveal it as they explore it. In fact, I might do it, but I don't know. I don't know if it's even necessary, because it's going to be abandoned. I'm not going to have anything in there specifically. So too, these outbuildings will be accessible, and they can set up a base of operations in here. Of course, not super defendable now that this is destroyed, but maybe this can be rebuilt to make it a little more defendable. In fact, it would be a great base of operations for any 5th, 6th, 7th level group if it was repaired. Hard to get repairmen out. They'll have to do some stuff themselves, but it should work. In any event, like I say, quick stream today because of the local construction. So let's just take a quick look at the schedule for the rest of Cartography and World Building today. Tomorrow, campaign discussion. Hopefully the game will come off tonight. We don't have any interruptions or conflicts that arise before we go to play tonight. We don't stream the games yet. I've got a lot of technical difficulties amongst the various players, and quite honestly, I don't know that I'm all that proficient with Roll20 yet to make for a compelling watch. So maybe down the road we'll get a little better and all of us have fewer technical difficulties, then we'll be able to do some streaming of that. It's a fun game. Thursday, crafting and painting. I got a new light over the craft painting table and a separate camera, so I don't have to move stuff around, and a special arm to hold the camera nice and low over top of the work area. Building VTT adventures, virtual tabletop adventures, on Friday. That's a lot of fun. I'll be doing some work on some of the stuff I've got coming up for Con of Champions. Saturday, as always, a DM running review of a cartoon. I think we've got episodes 8 and 9 left from the first of 3 discs of the Dungeons and Dragons animated series. We'll do 8 this week and then 9 next week, and then we'll switch it up. We'll be looking at doing some of the Conan the Adventurer animated series. That'll be fun too. Sunday, Rules Retrospective will continue. DM Prada's great combat charts, flow chart. It's an 8-page document which details first edition AD&D, Surprise, Initiative, Combat, and the like. And we've moved through Surprise at this point, and we're looking more deeply into Initiative next Sunday. Of course, every Monday, the weekly news and the giveaway announcement. On that score, I should mention I was able to get down to the stone in the fountain. I'll have to double check, make sure my pictures came out okay. I took some pictures with the dice on the stone to bless them all. And I've got everyone's address for the 6 weeks of the contest. Coming up very quickly, you'll be happy to know that Thaddeus Moore is supplying some of his great OSR patches, which will be available as a giveaway for this week. That's week 7. And we'll make an announcement who won that coming next Monday. That's Monday. Monday what? Monday the 18th will be the next announcement. That'll be for this week. All you got to do to be eligible is follow the Twitch channel and then chime in during one of the streams into the stream chat. If you're lurking right now, give me a quick hello. I know there's probably a couple people. When it comes to the giveaway, as long as you're in the 48 contiguous states, I'll take care of the shipping on those for those who get the win. If you're outside of that, you'll probably have to help with the shipping. Gets a little crazy. You'll have to decide if you get drawn whether or not. We'll look up what it costs and give you a chance to decide with full knowledge of what you're getting yourself into, and then we'll take care of it. Thank you very much to everybody who's checked out the show today. Sorry to keep it so short. As I said, with that jackhammering happening about a half a block away, I don't want to push my luck here. It's already very noisy. I don't know if you can hear it right now, but man, it's driving me nuts. I'm glad I'm not a third shift worker having to deal with this while I'm trying to sleep, because it would not be possible. Anyway, that's the schedule. And don't forget, Con of Champions coming up. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, May 23rd, 24th, and 26th. I'm running games. I'll be running a board game on Sunday in the middle of the day, and then taking in some games as a player and seminars as a audience member, watcher, and stuff. But I will be running 6 first edition AD&D games, and they kind of mirror one another. They're at similar times on Saturday. First level at 11 a.m. This is all Central Time. Third level at 2 p.m. At 6 p.m. we'll do a 5th level game. So too, same thing, Monday. I'll be using some of the same assets in their mirrored games, but they will be different games. I'll be providing pre-generated characters. Just need to show up. I'll be running it in Roll20. I still have that saying that we're doing a Discord chat, but chances are we'll just be using the native video and voice chat. You don't have to do the video if you don't want to. It just makes it a little more easy when you're actually playing. Discover. Morning, Lost Nomad. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, looking forward to when we start streaming the Grimvault game too. You can hear the construction too. Yeah, it may be louder on the recording than it is in my ears. It's loud enough for me that it's annoying. In any event, Roll20 used for that. I want to thank everybody for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, please be sure to subscribe and like or dislike if you feel it necessary each video. I appreciate it. Whether you do it one way or the other, at least it gives me some feedback, and I appreciate it either way. If you're here in the Twitch channel, be sure to follow. And thank you very much.